All right, gamers, we're in the Retaliator, and we're going to see how much money we can grind out in, well, the equal amount of an hour, uh, doing an oscillating Retaliator and Anvil Gladiator combo. We're going to show you what I mean by that, but let's jump right into it. Okay, we've got a bounty issued. We're going to do the solo, then we're going to do the triple, then we're going to do a solo. That gives us one extra missile on top of that, and the solos refresh usually pretty quickly. So that should give us plenty of time. You'll notice I haven't even taken off from Grimhex yet. Let's go ahead and retract that landing gear. Boy, do I love how sexy this ship is. Should I have bought new paint? Maybe, but the two paints on offer were kind of garbage if we're being honest with each other. It is a little slower than the Eclipse. Let's not lie to ourselves. What it lacks in speed, it makes up for in, I don't know. The Eclipse has a lot of sex appeal. But you'd also get up to, I think it has 6 turrets, but there are only 6 beds. I don't know. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. They just don't expect you to actually have 6 friends. But there are, I'm pretty sure, 6 turrets. The top and bottom turrets, right above and below the pilot, are really the best ones, though, in my opinion. So I think it's really a 3-man ship with a couple alternative options. You do notice the boost does expire pretty quickly. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and strip down the ship to remove some of the components, notably the engines. It's also kind of a boat. It takes a while to slow down, by the way. Go ahead and arm our torpedo. Let's just back throttle a little bit here. We're coming in a little bit hot. I don't mind flying in, to be perfectly honest. There we go. We already know which one is our target. And I just leave it all full power to engines. You got enough shields on this that it takes quite a bit to knock you out. Come on. As soon as you get the marker, go ahead and drop it. It is glorious to watch. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Oh, let's not smash into something here. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Don't get occluded. Okay. Swapping over, we want to grab this other bounty as soon as we get it. We could go ahead and do 2 right in a row if it happens to be in the rings of yellow. So we're just checking. It's not here yet. Oh no, here it is. On Selin. So when we're on Selin, we'll go ahead and grab that one. Let's grab the one that's on yellow first here, though, and then we'll go to Selin next. Honestly, I think it takes the most time is just waiting for it to show up. I took some red damage somehow on my on the side. We'll go ahead and look into that. Not sure how that happened. Come on. Come on. Might have hit into something. I don't show any damage. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I do like the pilot sightlines on this a lot more than the Eclipse. The only thing I don't love is the freaking massive radar on your MFT. I mean, like you don't need much more as a pilot, to be honest, in this ship. Like having a target is not only helpful. Self readout, you do need. The shield readout would be helpful. EM readout, I don't think is all that helpful. And the comms is absolutely not. So the default panels are kind of dumb for the bottom two, but you're not using those too much anyway unless you're in Toby like I am. They're just so far down there. But the stupid oversized radar, and it's not even like the cool Aegis like 3D radars, right? It's just a 2D radar that's just so freaking big. All right, we already have our target. It was showing it as like further back, but like I said before, if it says if there's a hammerhead, it's whoever's flying the hammerhead. Don't lose too much sleep over deciding which one it is after you found the hammerhead. All right, got the lock. Missile away. Just watch that one. It's behaving a little erratically, so we'll just make sure this one actually finds the target. Going in, going in, going in. I love watching him try to shoot it down. It's the best. Okay, that's Daymar. Let's see if we can get to selling. Oh, we might take a hit there. Yeah. I was flipping around, which is not usually the best choice. Go ahead and dump some energy into the shields there just to get those back up again. You do have like a tiny little like frosted over window above you and behind you. So that's cool. All right, this shows that I died there because I self-destructed to make this video. So don't worry too much about that. Let's find out if it's still glitching. It was glitching out on me pretty bad yesterday and only letting me fire the front torpedoes. I don't know who just showed up. I guess I can check that really quickly and easily. Before going for time, we should be watching that a little more closely, I guess. It is loading. We're okay. We'll go ahead and preload that. Probably not a warden. Probably not a hurricane. There we go. It is a hurricane. All right, that's a little stressful. Not what you usually want to go up against with size 9s, but kill's a kill. All right, right now I'm just looking for an OM point. Come on, baby. Acceleration, this thing isn't bad, but it's definitely not great. It's not Vanguard. Come on. Shields are down, and I can't turn. Too much speed. Give it to me, 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 give it to me. There we go. Now, if you go in with stealth, a lot of videos will show you to do this on stealth, by the way. You just fly in, turn off all your systems, wait for it to ping the enemies, and then you just go ahead and take them down like that. I don't personally think that that is the way to do it, and I will tell you why in a moment. So the reason why I don't think that that's the way to do it right now is because it's glitched, and they will not show up as enemies, and you will get a bounty on your head, and it'll cancel your bounty contract. So, bad way to make money is to land in prison. In case anybody needed that spelled out for them. So, yeah, so you do have to get in a little bit closer, and which is, I do think, the pro of the Eclipse is that you can kind of like fly in quick and dirty, dump it, and scuttle, but you only get 3 missiles. And if for some reason they're double hurricanes, like we just saw, then that might not work out very well for you if it's forcing you to get within 300, like 3 clicks. And as you've seen here today, that is not aberrative. Like that's fairly common for it to force you to get in 3 clicks. It's flying like there's a torque imbalance, but I don't think there is. Weird thing about this is you kind of have to mentally recalibrate. Usually I'm flying within like 15 and then slowing it down from there. But here you're like probably 18 and then slowing it down. You will notice it takes 5 seconds to get a missile lock with the torpedoes. So when and if I can get that early, I do like to get that. And then I'm just waiting for him to turn red. Now, if you get really close, sometimes it's worth it to just hope and pray. Since I have Toby, I have to keep my eyes locked on it. Otherwise, it'll break the lock. The other 2 seem to be flying up underneath me. All right, that one triggered. Come on. Come on. You can do it. If I get too close, I can't fire, so I really do need this to go. There we go. Like I said, not aberrative for that to happen. Like it's a glitch. It shouldn't happen like that, but that is how the game is working right now. So you can be as unhappy about that as you want to be. But this is not a channel where we talk about like, oh, well, when the game is fixed again, it will do da 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 da, because that's just not something you can rely on. Oh my gosh. I can see it just fine. I'll just take yellow, and then we can jump to Daymar from here. Now we want to just grab our last ERT. Pray it's not on Selin. It's not. It's on Daymar, so that's convenient. We don't want to track that one, though. We do want to track the group bounty. You do want to try to do the groups as quickly as possible. Take it once you're in your ship and you're out of your hangar. Honestly, after you've done the first one would even be good, too. Because the faster you do it, the bigger your bonus. And you can knock these out really quickly, as we're showcasing here. We're not even 15 minutes in, and we've already gotten 4 kills. Yep. I made every single one of these missiles count. Even the one against the hurricane. Just a little overdoing it, maybe. I don't know. Now, as you saw in the Eclipse video, it is expensive to refill these missiles. It also is a 32-minute clock to wait to get your ship back. But it's cheaper to pay the expedite fee than it is to buy the torp spec. So you play it however you want to play it. For me, claiming a brand new ship with the full loadout is the way to go. That's what we're going to do here. But you're going to say, well, then you can't keep chaining them for hours and hours and hours. Yes, but we don't need to use the Retaliator, do we? I mean, think about it. There could be other options out there. Perhaps a free ship that they give you. Now we'll have to do VHRTs with that, so it's going to be a little less money. And we will take we'll do a stop here, just like a lamp on a stopwatch kind of thing. Let's back this off a little. Having to build. I'm going to guarantee it's not a Cuddy Black. It is a Hurricane. Well, at least we get it from a long distance out. Missile is away. Watch this one. Hurricanes always make me antsy. In so many more ways than one. But especially when I'm trying to hit it with a missile. Yeah, you can see there we missed. So we really do want to try to get within like 3,000 probably. Usually glitching around a little bit. So we're going to miss out a little bit on pay here, but that's okay. That's about as close as I can comfortably get. We're good to go. All right, so if you don't pull hurricanes like we did with super bad luck here, 2 out of the 3 were hurricanes. That's a little bit easier to do. Now, to be honest, we're kind of done. We're just going to take time here. So we are at 1 million. Okay, and we are at 17 minutes. Now, I could just die. I don't think you get an eject. No. We could take the punishment for days here. You will get torque imbalances because the wings are a little finicky, but other than that, it's not too bad. It will take you a minute to die here. So at 17 minutes. In, we made 153,000. Had we not had to miss that missile, we would have made another 30,000 in another 2 minutes. But like I said, we do these raw, we do them real. Just because, like, oh, I could have optimized that a little bit better is not a realistic way of explaining how much money you can make in Star Citizen. And time is actually valuable. And if you go in with incorrect expectations, you're going to walk away with correct frustrations. Frustrations are there for all of us, all right? So don't lose too much sleep. So now there's 2 ways of doing this. Honestly, I'm showing this just because this is easy. This is not usually how I do it, to be honest, lately. There's a massive glitch with the elevator at Grim Hex that's incredibly annoying. I did drop a medical gown in one, so hopefully that was mine. No, it's still here. Now you can try to fiddle around and try to find the console here, and it'll drop the elevator down and replace it with a different one. I find that to be an incredible waste of everyone's time. So what I'll do is I'll just exit out to main menu, which makes having a ship that can survive and consistently do bounties with this current glitch incredibly valuable. I have tried other things like swapping out elevators on different floors. It's just not, this is way faster. This is just the faster way of doing it. Like, it's not really I've tested several things. As long as you're consistently not getting your bounties and completing the groups, this is the way to do it. The way that this gets problematic and it does become worth it to kind of fiddle around with that is if you can get it within about 5 minutes of try harding while you're in the middle of a group bounty. If you killed 2 of the 3, for example, and you just need to finish off the last one to get an 85k payout, it can be worth it. It's super agitating and incredibly annoying, but it can be worth it to just try to. Just try to get that done. Love how people are like, I can't afford things since Wipe when Wipe was like 2 months ago. And everybody started off with like a decent chunk of change. My brother-in-law, who's played the game for like maybe 20 hours, had like 6 million credits. I had like 1 million. I was so mad. All right, so we're burning a little bit of time here. It does take a couple minutes to swap out, but I'm doing this anyway every time. I'm coming in, I'm coming back, and I'm just respawning my ship. Okay, that elevator doesn't seem to be working right now, so let's take the other one. Just so it's ready to go next time I log on. And let's be real, some of you might be able to just do this for hours on end. This is not an hours on end activity. This is something it's like, oh man, I could hop on some Star Citizen joysticks real quick and have a blast. Then this is for you. This is for the dads out there who have other things to do with their lives. I know that did give me 2, so we could just keep going and doing more of that. But I'm trying to showcase you a realistic expectation you can have on the going forward. All right. I do like how the Gladiator flies too, by the way. Only crappy thing is we have to grab call to arms. I'll have to make sure all of our money's stuck. Take the group warrant. And I really honestly just want the group to showcase what I'm going to showcase. We're going to use a very similar gameplay. If we get Wardens or Valkyries, we'll use missiles. If we get Hurricanes, we can kill it with Panthers. Okay, so this is a Gladiator, great ship. Not going to do a whole walk around right now. You just want to make sure you're walking up to the pilot seat, enter into the pilot seat. Otherwise, you'll go into the gunner seat, and that doesn't do you a whole lot of good. But very similar to other Anvil ships, just has a pilot entry button. Come on. Power on. This one does make me laugh because like the landing gear does stick out, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll do cool things with the wings. When I retract it, just like goes like meh, meh. It's a cool looking ship though, and I love the thrusters are super weird, but they do cool things. Yeah, look at just how it's just an old ship that needs a pass. Honestly, it just needs some love. All right, let's jump in. Go grab these bounties. Unless this one's on yellow. Okay, we'll do the yellow one. I did a whole chain without using missiles, so it is still something you can do in a Gladiator. You do have to be a little bit careful, but it's fairly maneuverable and it does hit relatively hard and it has good power and cooling capacity, so you're able to round out a decent number of rounds before you have to reload your mag. Boost lasts for quite a while. It's an all-around decent ship. Don't fully understand why people hate it. I just think it's been classed out. I think that missiles are a little bit better than people often give them credit. Just is not something that a lot of people want to deal with. They don't want to have to go reload. So you can see we get multiple Tempests, Ignites, and Stalkers. So I'll just go for a full complement of Ignites on the first target, regardless of what it is. Then we'll save the Tempests. All right, nice. We'll save the Tempests for another Hurricane. And then the Stalkers for Wardens and Valkyries. All right, I do on Hurricanes. I do like to get within 5,000, sometimes within 3,000 before launching, as you saw from earlier in this video. Close, close, close. You don't want to get too close, A, because you'll get out of range, but B, they tend to be a little persnickety. Ah, no, don't glitch out on me. I had the kill, man. All right, we got it. Dump it to shield a little. Ah! Again, that's what happens in Star Citizen, and I'm not here to paint a different picture than what actually exists. The people who do kind of annoy me, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Okay, shields are back up. Let's dump this to engines. And he is just... If you can work the underside, all the better. Man, he is squirrely today. And not in a good way. Like, what is going on? Like, almost like I knocked out his engines and he can't steer. Like, it's taken quite a bit of work just to stay on him. I'm like over my cap on speed. Might cycle my pip. Just this is like untenable. Come on. Tank it, shields, tank it. Nice. Let's go for the OM point. Damn. That's obnoxious when that happens. Just stupid glitches, man. All right. Most of those missiles missed too, so it's kind of... What's the point? Now the Gladiator only takes about 7 minutes of spawn time, so if for some reason you just want to upgrade your base ship into Retaliator, and you're worried about not being able to get around the verse, you still got the Gladiator to fly you around. It is just a size 1 engine, not a size 2, so you do have to take a 00 instead of an XL1. And the range is not great, but most people aren't jumping between systems on a regular basis, in my experience. They value their time a little bit more than that, but maybe that's just me. And after you do this for just a little while, a few hours of this, and you'll have yourself a Cuddy Black or some other kind of POS size 2 engine ship. You can buy yourself an XL1. You can hop around the verse with a much shorter cooldown time. All of those options exist before you. All right, we're going to go for the Tempests just in case we have ourselves a Hurricane. Dump all the power into the engines. Now for Stalkers. Out. Warden. Valk. Valk. Hurricane. All right. Come on. Which one is it? Okay, it's the Valk. Okay, now we want to swap over to the Stalkers. We're going to load both Stalkers. And as soon as we're within 5,000, we have the full solution. Oh, come on. Locked. Stalkers away. And of course, they glitched out big time. There we go. All right, once the Stalkers go, both of them are in. You're good to go. Go ahead and bounce. Just like throwing Argos. Nines. Please don't crash into something. I was pretty sure that my forward trajectory wasn't into any asteroids, so I wasn't sure for how long that would last. All right. Dropping off to Daymar now. For some reason, the indicators are going away. I still have the other one. Vidal Toussaint. That's it. My air conditioning kicked on and it's relatively loud. Or really my furnace. It's the winter now. What do I say? Oh, I love when it drops to within 22. It's the best. I don't think we have a shield readout. It looks like we're at 100%, but I can't quite tell. Can't 100% tell if I'm at 100%. Let's go ahead and just make sure we're good. Valk, Borden. Okay, we're gonna want this again. I don't think it's gonna be the Valk. Come on. Man, that missile is going so high. It's not giving me a target, so that's agitating. Well, let's actually just get out of here and then come back. Oh, it's decided to give it to me now. All right. Borden. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I can't keep it. We're just gonna hit him while he's white. Going close and hope it changes. Oh. Okay. It didn't penalize us. We lucked out that time. Shields are down and they're back up. They're little bitties, so they come back up pretty quick on this bad boy. You have a decent amount of hull damage that you can take too. So one of the other things, if you're jumping between Cellin and Daymar, you have to usually jump over Olisar. So if you ever just want to refill, you can just swing by Olisar. It's not that far. It's not that bad of a drop off. You can reload your missiles, just like you saw in the Eclipse video. So if that is something you just were like, I love these. I'm just gonna keep doing these. I want to keep doing ERTs. That's probably still a better way to min-max value than this is. But I just wanted to showcase that this is a way that you can do it in the event that your Retaliator gets blown up, or you just want to do VRTs instead of ERTs. I don't know. I'm not you. I don't need to I don't need to figure out why you want something. Just want you to know that it's an option out there for you. Alright, this one we're gonna have to dump 4 missiles. If it's a bigger ship, I might roll in with Panthers and knock down shields and then pull off and fire missiles at it just to get maximum damage. Go ahead and get that back. Honestly, since Tempest are cross sections, it's not that bad if it's against a Valk. Let's just see what it is. I do like to ride these in fast and hot. Orden, Saber, and a Buccaneer, so I'm guessing it's the Warden. Check fire. I hate these things. I hate this glitch so much. Let's boost through. Give me my mag back. Alright. Let's just go for a little extra peanut butter. We're at 37 now, so this took about 20 minutes. So not as good a way to make money, if we're being honest. But if you want to do some dogfighting while you're at it, you can still have a rough and tumble tussle with the Buccaneer. Come on. Let's get the Saber. Gosh, the back and forth is just agitating. And there we go. Let's just get out of here so we don't get a trespass warning after we shot 2 white ships today. Thanks for that game. We'll calculate up our winnings and see how much we pulled. But there you go. If you got 45 minutes and you just want to pound through it without any time just sitting around, bing, bang, boom, Retaliator, and then Gladiator, no extra costs. Go ahead and call those back in. They're ready to go next time you log on, and that's a good way to make some coin. Well, let's see how much we burned here. 1,139,933. I can type. I can get there. 244,000 in 40 minutes, and that was with me changing stuff out and having to. I should have just relogged in straight up from the Retaliator. So we'll call it a solid 38 minutes. Give you an extra 2 minutes of buffer there. So if you were to multiply this by 1.33, give yourself an extra 33%. That's over 300K an hour. Easy peasy lemon squeezy money. Not a whole lot of work you have to do there except for a couple of kills in your Gladiator. But with double Panthers and decent maneuverability, I think that's something that's totally doable for most pilots. But even if you're just on mouse and keyboard, this is the way to do it for you. I think you're just jamming through, dropping a torp, nuking, flying away, calling it a day. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, or you have a certain ship or an interest that you'd like me to look up, check out, or investigate, please let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.